Hey guys, we're down in Australia, but we are also in the beginning of 2008. So let me give you a couple of details, a couple of thoughts from the year that has passed. Let's turn down the TV. Alright, 2007. How did things start out? How did things end up? Well, as some of you may know, I did win the Aussie Millions early 2007, and I have a book coming out about that tournament. Every hand I played from hand 1 till the final table. Last hand I played, hand 329, and basically describing everything. A book that's coming out in May called Every Hand Revealed. So obviously a very good start of 2007. Then I had a couple of months where I didn't play too many tournaments, played a lot of online poker, and I will say I had learned a lot in 2007. Not only about playing poker, but also about playing poker on the internet. I've never really been an internet player. I've always been more of a live player, but the games are big on the internet. I like to play in the comfort of my home or wherever I am. So I like to play on the internet, but it's very easy to play too many tables at the same time, and then you don't get the full concentration on the specific hands you're playing on one table because you're timing out on the other table. So I've done that too much. I've also discovered some patterns in my game that I'm trying to fix. So basically learned a lot, but during the first couple of months in 2007, my results on the internet weren't that impressive, let's put it that way. Luckily for me, later in the year I've erased some of that, and overall it turned out to be a pretty decent year on the internet anyway, even though it didn't start out that good. On the tournament circuit, I've played my usual 10, 15, maybe even this year I played 20 tournaments. I don't think so, but somewhere in the range between 10 and 20, probably around 15. And after the Aussie Millions win, I didn't do that much. Got to day two, but nothing really until we got to the World Series. A couple of the smaller tournaments, the 50,000 horse, no good results, but then we got to the main event. A very good run for a couple of days, was chip leader after day 2, was in the top after day 3, was still doing pretty good after day 4, but unfortunately things weren't going my way on day 5, and I have to admit I made one absolutely horrible play on day 5 that I don't ever want to do again. But a very respectable finish at 61st, but let me tell you, once you played for 5 days in the biggest event of the year, World Series of Poker, main event, and you're in top 100 and you're looking pretty good, having a good chip stack, you don't want to get knocked out as number 61st. You want to make it to the final table and be battling for the top spot. Like I said, I made a mistake or two, so it wasn't going to be this time, but overall I'm pretty happy with my performance in the tournament. And basically I moved on to the World Series of Poker Europe, to Barcelona event, basically a lot of events and some really good results. 10th place, World Series of Poker Europe, just at the final table, but only for a couple of hands before I got knocked out in, the blind versus blind, kings versus queens. I don't think I could have done anything about it, but in hindsight, you always want to do something different. Final table in Barcelona, 22nd in the the Doyle Brunson Classic at the Bellagio, the final event of the year. So overall, tournament-wise, I think I've played some of the best tournament poker that I've ever played. Actually, I think I've played the best tournament poker that I've ever played in 2007. And some overall really good results. Unfortunately, only one win came at the beginning of the year, but hey, had the cards been a little bit differently, I might have been able to add another title or two to the belt. But overall, I'm very happy with my performance. Internet poker, even with a bad start, turned out pretty good at the end. The big game in Vegas, the live during the World Series and just during my time in Vegas, has been actually a very good year. I've been very conservative in my approach, but even though you're conservative, you can still win a lot of money in that game because it is a very, very big game. And I'm actually happy now with my performance, and now that I'm a little bit more of a tight player, a conservative player, it seems like some of my cash games results has been actually also a little bit better. So overall, I'm happy with the poker year 2007, and even though I couldn't repeat here down in the Aussie Millions, I'm hoping for another good poker year in 2008.
See you at theplayer.com.